Hi students, this video is going to talk to you about the requirements for our Cell City project. As you know, we're doing a digital presentation in addition to our Cell City model. So this video is going to give you some instructions on how to do the digital presentation during the independent rotation. So here we go. So first, why are we doing this presentation? Well, think of this presentation as a kind of a commercial for the people who might want to visit or live in your city. You need to invite people to your new cell city and teach them about how your city is related to a cell. And also point out why is your city special. The point of this project, remember, is to learn the names, structures, and functions of all the organelles inside of an animal or plant cell and present it in a creative way. Now, let me go through the requirements for your digital presentation or commercial. Now, everybody, I would like for you to use Google Presentation for this first project. I know a lot of you guys know how to use Prezi or other forms of digital media, but for this first project, let's start with Google Presentations. So the first thing you're going to do is one person in the group, you will make an introduction slide for your cell city. This is my example. I named my city Cellopolis, and I put a little comment after. It says the original animal cell city in California. I put a picture of our blueprint, and I put a little blurb here about when it was established and who designed it. Make sure you put your name here. If you don't put your name, we don't know whose project this is, so make sure you do that. After you make the introduction slide, you need to make one slide per organelle or building in the city. Now remember, if you're doing an animal cell city, you have all these parts here. And if you're doing a plant cell city, you have two more parts, just cell wall and the chloroplast. Each slide that you make must address these two questions. Question number one is, what is the function of the building in the city? And question number two is, what organelle does the building represent and why? And so here's my example. This is my PowerPoint slide here, and I said, welcome to our City Hall. And question number one, the answer is the City Hall controls the entire city. It is a city government. Remember, function means the job or purpose. So the function of the City Hall is to govern the city. Answer to question number two is the City Hall represents the nucleus in a cell because the nucleus controls all the activity of the cell. This is where you connect what your building is to science. So I put nucleus here. Okay, here we go. The next thing you're going to do is you want to add some pictures to your slides. It makes your slides more interesting and it adds more information to your slides. So make sure you include some sort of picture here of the building of your slide and the cell part that it represents. So you can see here I have the town hall and I also have a picture of the nucleus. And also remember, we're trying to be creative with this. So since this is kind of like a commercial or an information presentation for tourists, you might want to include funny little things here that might convince people to visit your city. So for example, I put here, visit today and you will also receive a free souvenir photo with the mayor, who is Bill Nye the Science Guy. You can come up with your own ways to promote your city. This is just an example. But yes, please be creative. Now, you might be wondering, how do we split this up fairly? Remember that when we started designing the buildings, we split the organelles up. And whatever part that you designed for the model is what you're going to do your Google presentation on. So for example, if I got assigned the nucleus and the DNA for the Cell City model, I'm going to create the slide for nucleus and DNA. So I'm going to create two slides, one for the nucleus and one for the DNA. So and so on and so forth. So each person in your group is going to do around 3 slides, 2 to 4 slides, depending on what you got assigned. Okay? And if you want to split it up more evenly, you may, as long as it is fair and you guys agree on it in your group. Okay, so here's how you get started. You need to create a file in your Google Drive, and then you're going to share it with your group members. Now, you can comment on each other's work. However, I do not want you to use Google Comment as a way to chat or get distracted. If this is going to be a problem, you will lose your privilege of using Google Comments, and I will just comment on your presentation. What I recommend is that you just work on your slides in the beginning, and then after you finish creating them, then you share them and you get comments. So this is how you create your... Okay, so this is how you're going to create your Google presentation. Make sure you're logged into your Google Drive and that you have your folder set up. So remember, if you have correctly set up your folder, you should have a folder here with your name, science, and your period. So you're going to go ahead and click it. So you open it here, like you're going to click it, and you're going to create your presentation here. So you're going to click create and then presentation, and you're going to go ahead and click create and share, and you're going to title it here, or you can pick a format and title it here Cell City Project. You're going to click OK, and then you can go ahead and start creating your slides here. Okay, and when you're done with your slides, with your 2 or 3 slides, then you're going to go ahead and click share here, and you can share with your group mates and give each other feedback and comment on what you like, what you don't like, how you can make things better. One last thing that I would like to point out is the grading rubric. This is here for your information. As long as you have all the components that I asked for, you will receive either a 3 or 4. The more creative and the more above and beyond you go, the closer you will be to a 4. And if you meet all the requirements, you will definitely get a 3. You can review this presentation or PowerPoint. It's embedded in my blog, so you can refer to it anytime. Please see me if you have any questions, or you may also ask STLs. Thanks for watching. Good luck.